We are here with Brett Collier going into his second season as the head coach at FPD. You know, I talk all the time, coach, about how, all right, in the first year of a new head coach, whether it's DeBoer at Alabama or 8 years ago with Kirby Smart, you got to have a transition year. You got to not have very high expectations. And you go and mess that theory up by winning the state championship in your first year at FPD. How did you do that?
I appreciate that, Bill. No, Greg Moore, our former head coach and current athletic director, really left me with a good bunch. He knew we'd be good, and so we had a senior heavy group that played really well. We had a good coaching staff, and we just tried not to mess it up, and the boys did a good job. So I'm really proud of them.
But you've messed your resume up now, right? I mean, nothing you do from here on out is going to match what happened in year one.
Yeah, we're just taking it day by day and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, and everybody knew, Greg knew, you knew that with Jakari Williams, the great quarterback who's now at Syracuse last year, you were going to have to kind of take advantage of him being there and do as best as you could in 2023, and you guys did that. But what did he mean to the program, and what has the state title meant to that school?
Yeah, I'll start with the state title just for our what we call Viking Nation, just our alumni and fans and parents and families. It was great. It was an incredible night, and the celebrations after that were great. And we tried to hang on to that as long as we could, but ultimately you got to move on, and that's where we are now. And with Jakari, just a special talent and a super good kid, and one I'm very fortunate to have had, obviously. But people have asked me a lot, how do you replace those? And you don't really get to replace those guys. You just do the best you can. But we're going to miss him and wish him the best at Syracuse.
Carter Hayes also gone, a great wide receiver for you. So this is a transition on offense. I mean, you got four starters back, and I know you've got a lot to work out here in the next couple of weeks. So you may not know the answer to specific questions, but in generalities, do you have good candidates to step into these big roles this season?
Yeah, we do. I really like our guys we've got coming up. We've got a lot of big shoes to fill, but we've got good competition at spots, including the quarterback spot. Got a couple guys battling that out, and both are doing a great job. We've got some talented wideouts that are actually returning this year, a rising senior and junior and another senior and tight end position. So we got a lot of guys battling out that have worked really hard, and I'm really excited about them.
All right, we'll talk about that defense for the Vikings in our next report. Brett Collier is back for his second season as the head coach at FPD. The Vikings won the state championship last year with a very special season. Let's talk about your defense now heading into 2024 now, Coach. You have five starters back. You have some strength at linebacker. Are you going to look to that position, that area to lead your defense?
No question. Those guys have already been providing a lot of leadership for our team, really starting last year and on into the summer this year. Senior Brady Lincoln, who's got a couple offers at linebacker, senior Kip Colley. Those guys have worked extremely hard and are really the heart and the leadership of our defense.
The expectations, even though we know Jakari Williams, you're a great quarterback, and a lot of the good players from last year's championship team have graduated, the expectations are still going to be high. Are the players who are going to assume those larger roles on offense and defense because of last year's experience? Is that going to help them deal with that for this year, even though it's going to be tougher not having that star player year? Do you feel that experience last year is going to serve them well this season?
Yeah, no doubt. Just the experience in playing in big games and having to make big plays in big games. And, especially on the defensive side of the ball, good teams are led by good defenses, and it's just the way it goes. And so we put a focus on that side of the ball. We've got good experience coming back, and I'm really excited for those kids and excited to see what they can do.
Your region's still tough, of course. Mount Lascelles, Stratford, Tattnall, John Millage. I don't even have to worry about who's coming back. We know these five
Right.
teams in this region is going to be brutal, right?
Yeah, they're always fun games, and you play your non-region, then you get to those region games, and the rivalries here are so great, and the teams are all pretty much even and pretty good, and so those are fun games, exciting games, and we all look forward to playing each other. I know.
Absolutely. No question. Well, we look forward to those games. Look forward to seeing what the Vikings do this season, Coach. First game on the 16th at Eagles Landing. We appreciate your time so much. Good luck to you this year.
Thanks, Bill.